Good morning, everyone. This morning we are going to elaborate an economic subject, economic topic known as TQM, Total Quality Movement. Today it is known as Total Quality Management. This concept was given by Edward Deming in 1945. He was the quality king. He emphasized all his life about the quality product. He tried to persuade everyone, every industrialist, that if you are going to go for quality then and then, you are going to persist in business for a protected time. If you want to stay in business for a protracted time and not a truncated time, then you must actually go for quality and equality. People are going to initially reject quality products because quality products will be little bit elevated in price. But eventually these customers are going to definitely go for the quality product. Quality product has PDAC. It has lower priceability, higher durability, higher utility, and higher quality. And that actually happened. In 1945, people were not that much quality conscious, neither industrialists were quality conscious nor consumers. And all kinds of cheap product was produced and proliferated in the market. Today, in 21st century, quality has become the king and most important driving force of economy. We all go for American product. We all go for European product. And we still are scared of Chinese and Japanese product because our parents had actually inculcated that kind of psychology in our psychology that Chinese and Japanese products are all cheap products. They break, they are fragile, and they don't last longer. But it has changed. Since Deming, China and Japan was the first nation to adopt TQM, and even today, Japanese government conferred Deming price to the companies, to the industries which actually go for the utmost quality product. Best quality product, company gets the Deming price. So today, we go for every single thing Chinese. I buy all Chinese products. American products is also good, even better. But price-wise, it's very high. So we go for Chinese product. Chinese product is price-wise low. It has perfect PDAC. Prices are dirt low. Utility and durability qualities are very high. Every single time I go to Saudi Arabia, we buy tons of things from there, and those are all made in China. And those things actually last and last and last and last. Most of the things, even my children bought, say about 3-4 years ago, most of the things are still there. But they have actually outgrown those things. Those things don't fit them. And still they look new, still they are sturdy, still they are intact with quality and every single thing, made in China. So Dr. Deming, well, American, in 1945 he went to China under Marshall Plan, and not China, but Japan under Marshall Plan, and turned around Japanese economy and industrialization by convincing them, coaxing and cajoling them, persuading and dissuading them. The quality is only the panacea. Quality is only the survival sutra, only the magic mantra. I have actually created 4 points to elaborate TQM, Total Quality Management today. First is TQM, or Total Quality Movement, launched by Dr. Deming in 1945. He launched this TQM. At that time, in 1945, it was Total Quality Movement. He started this movement about quality. Quality consciousness was created by him all over the world in 1945 by Dr. Deming and his associate, Dr. Ishikawa. Ishikawa's name is not associated with it, but Deming has become defining economist of quality. So in 1945, he went all over the world, in Europe and Japan and other nations, and woke them up that unless and until you are going to infuse quality in your product, induct the quality in your product is not going to run for a long time. People are definitely going to buy your product, get tired. People are definitely going to get tired of buying your product because your product would break. Every couple of months or couple of weeks, your product will break. They have to go again and buy another, go again and buy another. They are going to get tired, jaded, and they are going to dump your product and go for the product that lasts 1 year. One product equal to your 10 products. The people are willing to pay a little bit more for your concept of quality. Little more they are going to pay because of the quality. Point number 2, emphatical emphasis on quality. In this TQM, Total Quality Management, today, or Total Quality Movement in 1945, the emphasis was laid on one word and one word alone, that was quality. Deming did not actually give any kind of lectures or any kind of specification or any kind of preaching about anything else. He said only one thing: go for the quality product at the same price. Don't raise your price astronomical because that you are actually infusing quality in your product or actually inducting quality in your product, and don't try to rip customers off. But give the same product, same price with PDAC, lower price, higher durability, higher utility, and higher quality. And these customers are going to become your repeat customers, and they are never going to abandon you, they are not going to desert you, they are not going to leave you, they are never going to shun you. As Warren Buffett says, the one satisfied customer is going to bring 99 more. He has also said, lose your profits but never lose your customer. That was Deming was saying that initially when you are going to market your product, product price would be so low that you may not be able to make much of the profits, or you sometimes probably break even price. But once your product is actually getting entry, penetrating in household, this product is going to become household name. People are never going to buy anything else but your product. After that, you can gradually jack up your profit. So gradually that the customer may not even remember what price did he pay last time, and even if he knows, he's not going to mind to pay little more for your concept of quality. Point number 3, quality conscious consumers. In 21st century, consumers are all quality conscious. They don't want anything else but quality. They don't like cheap product that you buy a shoe for 300 rupees and on your way to movies your shoe breaks. How harshly you are going to hate that product, you can imagine. People don't want that. People don't want embarrassment. People don't want harassment. People don't want any kind of anxiety about the product. That car you are taking, and the car you are planning to go to all the way to Ahmedabad, and you have anxiety that what if my car stops in the way, and what if my tire punctures, and what if other problems are created, what if the indicator stops or the brake stops or horn stops. If this kind of anxiety you are carrying in your bosom, you are not going to enjoy your trip. So that is why you are never going to buy the product which has given you bitter experience one time. You are definitely going to junk that product for lifetime, and the company is gone. Company cannot come back. Company can cry, and the company can make a bully pulpit appeal to you that now our products are better. You are never going to trust the company. You are never going to have confidence in the company. You are never going to return to the product of those companies which have given you the very, very bitter empirical knowledge. Point number 4, quality concept has been driving global economy to the apogee. Today, global economy has reached to $100 trillion. I remember precisely teaching my students in 1997 when I returned from America. At that time, global economy was $25 trillion, I remember. And still I was kind of wow-stricken. I was telling them, look, global economy has touched $25 trillion. I was very much satisfied, grunted, and surprised too. But that was then, this is now. Today it has grown 4 times, precisely from $25 trillion to about $100 trillion. People would buy every single thing. People don't like to save money. People don't like to stock their money or stash their money under their mattress. They would like to go out and buy because buying is a pleasure. It is the best pleasure, it's the most valuable and most satisfying pleasure. But when you buy something and it gives you pain instead of pleasure, when you buy a car, it gives you pain instead of pleasure. You buy two-wheeler, it gives you pain instead of pleasure. You buy good clothes and if they give you pain instead of pleasure, then you are not going to buy anything. You're going to just eat 2 or 3 meals, and the rest of the money, whatever you have saved, you are going to stash in the bank account and be happy. But that is not human nature. Human nature like to consume and go for conspicuous consumption. But quality is the most important ingredient in making the decision of consumption by the consumers. Consumers are also going to buy those things, those sweets, which are really delicious, those cars which are definitely dependable, those two-wheelers that they can enjoy, those clothes that they can wear and feel comfortable, those houses in which they are safe, sound, and comfortable. So in every single thing, pleasure is attached. We make money for pleasure. We work very hard for pleasure. We get education for pleasure. Our hidden motive in the back of our mind is every single thing we do for pleasure. Thank you very much for listening. That's all the time we have. Thank God bless everyone on this morbid planet. Amen.